type of person that is used to pushing through very difficult things. I was a gymnast. We were 3 or 5 people that actually finished graduating after third year without failing a single subject when we started out of a group of over 80 people. I've had chronic knee dislocations all my life, and that has never held me back from completing several 10, 15, 5-kilometer races. I always used to train consistently. I love staying strong and fit. I could eat the same meal for 3 weeks to actually see what I accomplished in terms of muscle mass definition. I think the biggest one I actually didn't think so at the time, was that I immigrated to the UK without ever having visited England. I immigrated with my beagle and my 3 cats. That was pretty much a huge commitment. But chronic pain changes your relationship with effort completely. When every day already hurts, your brain stops associating effort with progress. That took me a long time to figure out. I'm used to change, I'm used to difficult things, but I've not been able to really put my finger on why is it that I feel like a complete failure day in and day out. And that has really ruined my confidence, my self-esteem. I feel less than myself, and it's very difficult to live with. So when your brain rewires how you approach things, then everything just starts to feel heavy all of the time. And that crushes you on an emotional level. Mentally, I think is the hardest one, especially because my entire life, I'm always just trying to maximize focus, something that doesn't come naturally to me because of my neurodivergence. But I've always been able to throw myself into physical activity where I'm incredibly competitive, and that competitive nature helped me to succeed. I would obviously feel really good about myself, loads of endorphins, confident and worthy. I haven't felt like that in a very, very, very long time. Ugh. Sorry, I'm supposed to vacuum upstairs later. If you're new here, I'm trying to rebuild my life and health after many years of chronic pain, burnout, exhaustion, and survival mode. This is me documenting that journey without pretending that I have it all figured out, because I don't. I haven't exercised consistently for about 16 months since before the baby, and my body feels completely different now. I think I've just been emotionally trapped for so long between remembering what I used to be capable of and feeling frustrated by, I guess, what my body can do now. It's just, I was this super competitive athletic person, went and had a surgery, came out of that surgery. It's like going for a nap and waking up, and then you've just body swapped with someone that has pain, limited mobility and functionality, and training my body now is not the same as it used to be. It feels completely different. It is different. I think between fibromyalgia, chronic pain, inflammation, exhaustion, poor sleep, burnout, and just being in survival mode for so long, I've stopped focusing on what I can build from here on. I kept going to gym, compensating certain things, but I'm not able to get over that hurdle. And nobody can rebuild this for me. Nobody can improve my health for me. I have to start somewhere, even if that somewhere is incredibly small, something that would frustrate me, something that would make me feel like my brain and my body is on 2 different levels, because in my head, I'm still that competitive, capable person. Yet the reality is my body is not able to keep up with what my brain is telling me I should be able to do, because that's what my brain has been trained to believe. And then recently, I noticed my fatty knees. So I started researching that. I'm starting to figure out, I guess, that it is all connected. The inflammation, the inactivity, the pain, the muscle weakness, poor function, chronic stress on the body. It's all connected. Well, at least I think it is. And I guess it's starting to not feel like isolated problems, and rather that my body needs support. Okay, I had to let me show you. So this is me in shorts. It's really embarrassing. Do you see that there? And not just that, do you see that? I've always been very self-conscious about my legs, and I need better strength in my legs. I mean, I'm only 36, so, you know, this is not where I should be at my age. Hot. And then they like to tell you the weather in the UK, oh, it just rains there all the time, it's so horrible. Well, I'll tell you, there's not a single cloud in the sky. Whoa. And it's really hot. Okay, I guess I should focus on driving for a bit. One quick stop. Helps to be a girl that is in this business, because I always get a lot of guys that's going to help.
Ready? You come this side, yeah? Ready, Mr. Chico? Up. Ready, you up? Good. 3, 2, 1, straight up, yeah? That's it.
Thank you. Okay, now let's go gym. That's the gym I go to. I used to go to more group sort of gyms where there's more of a camaraderie. You kind of train with the same people all the time. But I signed up to this gym when Rhiannon and I couldn't train together anymore. I actually needed access to very specific type of kit for my rehabilitation, which they don't have at your typical CrossFit. I want one successful day, just one. And then maybe tomorrow I'll try it again. Quick update. I managed to do 4 sets of 14 hamstring curls. I'm currently on, it's a battle. I'm fighting tears. I'm fighting so much pain in my left knee that has the arthritis, and I'm just trying not to feel defeated. It's painful, but I just want to complete it. I push and hold for 3 to 5 seconds and then come down, because I'm trying to increase the range at which I can leg extend, but tiny increments. And I'm only doing 4.5 kgs. Pathetic, but it's still something. It was achievable, which was the goal, but there were also a few bits that was incredibly challenging, which wouldn't be challenging for someone who doesn't have physical issues. Because ultimately I am an overachiever trapped in a slightly dysfunctional body. This is a really tight squeeze now. I'm still skinny enough. Ow! Oh, my knee. I think the best part of my training was the cool down. They had no aircon, but huge fans. Okay, let's see what I accomplished. We did hamstring curls successfully. The first set was a little bit tough going. The hamstring muscle kind of felt crackly. I don't know how else to explain it, but it was kind of going Leg extension, they were okay. That's always a tricky one, because I've got to be so conscious about driving from my hips, because it's easy to just push through your feet. It's great for the VMO activation, which is something I do sort of struggle with. Since the surgeries, my VMO on the left side's non-existent. That helps with knee stability. I did leg extensions. That's always the toughest one for me, because when the weight is on the front of my leg and I've got to push it up, because of the arthritis in this knee, it's incredibly painful. It's definitely the most challenging one for me. The 15 minutes spinning, that one surprised me. I sort of like set into a rhythm and I just took my mind off it. I thought it would be more difficult, but I just focused on like the rhythm. I did some seated calf raises with a 20 kg barbell. I did about like 50 of those, and then seated dumbbell good mornings. I could not extend fully over, like the left side would not allow it. I just couldn't quite get the range. So what I tried to do there was just hold a weight and try and go as deep as I could and hang there for a bit. That one was important because it leads into the Jefferson curl, which, because of my hypermobility, I want to stretch further than the floor, and I just didn't want to like get in trouble, and also with the instability and everything, I just didn't want to risk being high up and then, you know, embarrassing myself by crashing down horribly if something goes wrong. So I stood on the floor, went as low as I could, and then I just sort of like put the weights down and walked out as far as I could and came back and then took the weights. I think I feel good just because I came. I did 112 average heart rate, 177 max heart rate, and it was 262 calories. I think that's a good enough effort. Let's go see how the fluffies are doing. How many people do you know that go to gym in a 6.5 meter van? More importantly, how many girls do you know that has a 6.5 meter van as their general transportation? Let me know in the comments. If you're a dude, it doesn't count. So nice. Today it probably looks small from the outside. To my old self, it surely does. I didn't do as much in gym as younger me would have done. But it's the first time that movement felt hopeful instead of defeating. And I don't need to fix my entire life right now. Just need to keep showing up long enough to rebuild trust with myself again. Hey, Buggy. There you go. But if I choose to just sit on my ass and do nothing, I'm gonna age faster than I would. But if I keep going to gym, I keep training, and I try and focus on the bits that's weak, instead of just wanting to focus on the whole body, focus on the bits that need attention, fix those, work on the foundations. I mean, I'm no personal trainer or anybody can really help me, but I know what it feels like, and this is my journey. If you want to be along for the ride, you want to see how far I go, some of my other content, I'll probably start digging into some other areas as well, because a good quality life isn't just down to exercising, it's everything. It's your whole lifestyle. And it's all the little decisions we make that compounds into ultimately your reality. I actually feel a lot cooler now.